The most unbelievable April Fool's Day pranks in history. April Fool's Day, celebrated on the 1st of April, is a day synonymous with laughter, jokes, and hoaxes. It's a day when friends, family, and even corporations engage in deceptive but harmless fun. Over the years, some pranks have transcended the bounds of mere jest to become legendary in their inventiveness and impact. Here are 12 of the most incredible April Fool's Day pranks that have left an indelible mark on history. Number 1. The Swiss Spaghetti Harvest. On April 1, 1957, the BBC's prestigious news program Panorama broadcast a 3-minute segment that would become legendary in the annals of April Fool's Day pranks. The segment, narrated by the respected broadcaster Richard Dimbleby, showcased farmers in Switzerland harvesting spaghetti from trees. The footage was convincing, showing women carefully plucking strands of spaghetti from tree branches and laying them in the sun to dry. At the time, spaghetti was not a common food in the UK, and many Britons were unfamiliar with how it was produced. The BBC received a flood of inquiries from viewers eager to grow their own spaghetti trees. The prank utilized convincing visuals and the gravitas of Dimbleby's narration to achieve its effect, marking it as one of the first successful televised pranks. Number 2. Sans Serif. On April 1, 1977, The Guardian published a 7-page supplement on Sans Serif, a fictional archipelago located in the Indian Ocean. The islands, named Upper Kess and Lower Kess, were detailed with geographical, cultural, and even economic information. The capital was Bodoni, and its leader was General Pica. This elaborate ruse was filled with puns and jokes related to typography, appealing to the Guardian's educated readership. The island's shapes were described as resembling semicolons. Readers were fascinated by the depth of the joke, with some even contacting the newspaper for travel advice to the non-existent paradise. The hoax remains one of the most elaborate and successful in newspaper history. Number 3. The Left-Handed Whopper. Burger King announced the introduction of the left-handed Whopper on April 1, 1998, through a full-page advertisement in USA Today. The ad claimed that the new burger was designed to fit the needs of left-handed customers by rotating all condiments 180 degrees, optimizing the burger for left-handed handling. The following day, Burger King issued a press release revealing the hoax, but not before numerous customers had gone into restaurants requesting the new burger. This prank not only showcased the gullibility of consumers but also demonstrated the power of marketing and the public's appetite for novelty in fast food. Number 4. Flying Penguins. The BBC announced on April 1, 2008, that a unique species of flying penguins had been discovered, as part of a promotional video for its iPlayer service. The video, narrated by Terry Jones of Monty Python fame, featured convincing footage of penguins taking off from the Antarctic and flying to the Amazon rainforest to enjoy the tropical climate. The combination of realistic CGI and the documentary style fooled many viewers into believing the fantastical discovery. This prank continued the BBC's tradition of April Fool's Day jokes, demonstrating the broadcaster's innovative use of emerging digital technology to create believable hoaxes. Number 5. The eruption of Mount Edcom. On April Fool's Day, 1974, in Sitka, Alaska, local prankster Oliver Porky Bicker orchestrated one of the most memorable hoaxes in history. Bicker and his crew flew 70 tires into the crater of the dormant Mount Edcom volcano and set them ablaze, creating a smoky illusion of a volcanic eruption. The sight of smoke billowing from the volcano alarmed the residents of Sitka, leading to genuine concern and confusion. The Coast Guard and local authorities were notified, and when they investigated, they found a 50-foot message in the snow inside the crater, April Fool. The stunt required meticulous planning, including getting a permit from the local fire department under the pretense of removing hazardous waste from the crater. The prank was so well executed that it garnered national attention and required an official explanation to assure the public that there was no real volcanic activity. Number 6. Taco Liberty Bell. In one of the most audacious corporate pranks ever, Taco Bell announced in several major newspapers on April 1, 1996, that it had purchased the Liberty Bell to help reduce the national debt and would be renaming it the Taco Liberty Bell. Public reaction was swift and intense, with many expressing outrage at the thought of a national treasure being commercialized. The National Park Service even held a press conference to deny the sale. Later in the day, Taco Bell revealed the prank, stating that it was all in good fun and highlighting the importance of the Liberty Bell as a national symbol. The stunt was hugely successful, generating massive media coverage and an estimated $25 million in free publicity for Taco Bell. Number 7. The Big Ben goes digital. On April 1, 1980, BBC World Service broadcasted that London's iconic Big Ben was to be converted to a digital display to modernize the clock in line with contemporary times. This announcement caused an uproar among listeners, many of whom deeply cherished the traditional analog clock as a symbol of British heritage. The BBC received a torrent of calls from listeners airing their grievances and even threats from some to prevent the change. The story was later revealed to be an April Fool's joke, underscoring the sensitivity surrounding historical monuments and the public's resistance to unnecessary change in the name of progress. Number 8. Color TV by Stockings. On April 1, 1962, Swedish national television, Sveriges Television, broadcast an elaborate prank that claimed viewers could convert their existing black and white television sets to display color by simply placing a pair of nylon stockings over the screen. A supposed technical expert, Kjell Stenson, explained in detail how the mesh of the stockings would bend the television's light particles in such a way that it would appear in color. This was during a time when color TV was a highly anticipated but not widely available technology in Sweden. Many Swedes were taken in by the hoax, leading to a rush on nylon stockings and a series of confused and amused phone calls to the broadcaster. This prank is fondly remembered for its creativity and the way it played on the public's desire for technological advancement. Number 9. The Alabama legislature changes the value of pi. On March 14, 1998, an article circulated by the New Mexicans for Science and Reason humorously claimed that the Alabama state legislature had passed a bill altering the mathematical value of pi from 3.14159 to the biblical value of 3.0. This story was a satirical response to the perceived encroachment of religious beliefs on scientific facts in education. The mock article was so convincingly written that it fooled readers globally, inciting a mix of outrage, concern, and disbelief among those who thought the legislative body could decree changes to mathematical truths. The hoax highlighted the tension between science and religion in public discourse and demonstrated the gullibility of both the public and the media to believe in such an absurdity. Number 10. Internet spring cleaning. The so-called Internet spring cleaning hoax originated from an email circulated in late March 1997, claiming that the Internet would be shut down for 24 hours from March 31 to April 2 for its annual cleaning. This cleaning was purportedly necessary to clear out the electronic flotsam and jetsam that had accumulated in the network. The hoax preyed on the public's nascent understanding of how the Internet worked, blending technical jargon with a plausible-sounding maintenance procedure to create a believable scenario. This caused a stir among early Internet users, with reactions ranging from concern to amusement, showcasing the early web community's capacity for both credulity and skepticism. Number 11. War of the Worlds Orson Welles radio broadcast. The broadcast took place on the eve of Halloween, October 30, 1938, when Orson Welles and his Mercury Theatre on the air dramatized H.G. Wells' The War of the Worlds as a series of simulated news bulletins. This innovative presentation led many listeners to believe that an actual Martian invasion was underway, causing widespread panic across the United States. The broadcast's realism, compounded by the high tension of the pre-World War II era, showcased the profound impact media could have on public perception. The aftermath saw a flurry of outrage against CBS and Wells, leading to discussions about media responsibility and the power of broadcast media to influence reality. Number 12. The Great Moon Hoax. From August 25 to August 29, 1835, the New York Sun published a series of 6 articles claiming that British astronomer Sir John Herschel had discovered life on the moon, including fantastical animals and humanoid creatures. These articles, supposedly based on Herschel's findings through an advanced telescope, captured the public's imagination with vivid descriptions of the lunar landscape and its inhabitants. The hoax significantly boosted the sun's circulation, but it also highlighted the gullibility of the public and the media's power to shape perceptions of scientific discovery. It stands as an early example of sensationalist journalism influencing public opinion and the enduring human fascination with extraterrestrial life.